So what if you're wanting to make the crossbody bottle holder strap a little differently? Instead of being a crossbody strap, you want to do something a little shorter so you can actually put your belt in there, wrap around the belt, button it on, and then it's a lot shorter on your hip. I've seen a lot of men like to wear it that way instead of the crossbody, but I actually enjoy it as well because I get tired of the strap being across my chest at times. So this is a kind of a convenient option. So how do we do that? How do we work Tunisian crochet and create this buttonhole right here? Let me show you. So right here, I have created a small swatch of Tunisian. Now remember, whenever you begin a swatch of Tunisian, the loop on the hook counts as a stitch. So if you want something 13 stitches wide, you will chain 13 to begin and insert your hook in the second chain from the hook to begin drawing up your loops. Because this loop counts as a stitch on your hook, you will end up with 13 stitches and 13 loops on your hook. So let's pretend that I've been working on this bag right here, and it's actually coming, this little swatch is coming from your edge up here, okay? So this is where we're at. And let's say I've crocheted all the way down to this point where I need my buttonhole. Now, depending on how wide of a belt you wear, it will depend on how long you want to make this section of the strap. For me, on this one, I wear like about a 2-inch belt, so I have 23 rows before I actually create my buttonhole. Yours might be shorter, or it might be longer. It just depends on, you'll have to test it and see the length to determine where to stop this section and then create your buttonhole. All right, so again, let's say I am right here on the strap, okay, and I'm ready to make the buttonhole. So on your forward pass, I have 13 stitches across to begin with, okay? That's a good wide, strong belt strap. So on your forward pass, where you want your buttonhole to be, you will do a normal, regular. Let's pull this in just a little bit more so we can see what we're doing. All right. You want to Tunisian simple stitch just like you've already been doing 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now at this point, I want to create a 3-stitch gap for the button. So the way that we do that is we're going to work a modified Tunisian simple stitch bind off, just like you would at the end of a project. And the way that this is accomplished is you start off just like a regular Tunisian stitch by inserting your hook behind the next vertical bar, and then up through the front horizontal bar that's between those 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through both of those and the loop that's on your hook. Okay, let's do that again. So I'm going to look for my next vertical bar right here, and I'm going to insert behind the vertical bar. First, let me show you. So between each vertical bar, you have that window. Up here, right there, is the front horizontal bar that we want to go up behind, okay? So again, insert behind that front vertical bar, up through that front horizontal bar, yarn over, pull through both of those bars, and the stitch, or and the loop that's on your hook. There we go. All right, now we're starting to create a gap. That was 2. Let's do it one more time. So insert behind the front vertical bar, up through the front horizontal bar, yarn over, pull through both of those bars, and the loop on your hook. There you go. Now when you stretch this out, you will see that you have created a 3-stitch gap where your button will go. To finish the row, insert under the next vertical bar. This one is already taken right there. So you will go 1, 2, 3, and don't forget your edge stitch, making sure to grab the front and the back bars of that edge stitch, yarn over, pull through both right there. So now what you end up with is 5 loops on your hook over here, a 3-stitch gap in the middle, and 5 loops on the other side of your row. So now we need to do the return pass to finish the buttonhole. It's going to begin as normal, where we just chain 1 at the end. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, which brings us right back to our 3-stitch gap. At this point, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you may want to kind of push that chain over so you can pinch the chain and the next stitch that you're going to be pulling through. Now yarn over and pull through 2 here. Sorry, that curl keeps getting in the way. There we go. And then yarn over, pull through 2, all the way back until you have 1 loop remaining on your hook. Now you've created your buttonhole. So we have 1 more row to do to secure the top part of that buttonhole. Okay, so right now it's just a chain 3 and it's kind of flimsy. You want to add a little bit more length, a couple more rows to make it nice and sturdy for your button to go through. So to do that, we're going to do another row of just Tunisian simple stitch across. Okay, and once you reach your gap again, your 3-stitch gap, you have 5 loops on your hook. Just like if you were beginning from a chain, you want to flip to the back side and grab the back bumps of each of those chain stitches going across, okay? Let's see if I can get it in there. I kind of did them tight, which was my mistake. There we go. So there is the first one. So we pull up a loop. We're going to go into the second one right here and pull up a loop. And finally, the third chain, pull up a loop. And now we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go into this first bar right there, back to regular Tunisian, okay? And we're going to work a Tunisian simple stitch all the way to the end, not forgetting our edge stitch, our wonderful 2-bar edge stitch right there, okay? And now for the heck of correctness, let's count our loops. Hopefully we have 13 loops. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 loops. Yes, I am on the mark. And from this point on, you will do a normal return pass. So chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, all the way back to the beginning. Like this, so. And from this point on, so you can see my little buttonhole, just determine how many rows you want to continue past the buttonhole, usually 2 or 3. On this one here, I did 3 rows. So I did 3 extra rows past the buttonhole, all right? You can see the difference here. So if I added 2 more rows, I would end up with a little tab like that. And of course, on your last row, you will do your modified Tunisian simple stitch bind off that moves your yarn across, and then you can cut the yarn and weave in your end. And you will end up with a button right there. Of course, sew your button underneath the buttonhole so it matches your hole. And there you go. If you have any questions, go ahead and post. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Thanks for watching.